Hello, and welcome to AlphaCars in New England. My name's Grisha, and today I'm going to be showing you around this super special 1997 Kawasaki Mojave. Now, this quad is in amazing shape. It's truly a survivor from the 90s, and I can't wait to show it to you guys. This is a super interesting quad, not only when it came out, the platform that it's built on, Kawasaki used for years, for literally ages. It's a liquid-cooled 250 four-stroke dual overhead cam motor. Now, these motors are known for their insane torque. Their gearing is incredibly broad and versatile. And on this specific quad, from a mechanical standpoint, from a chassis standpoint, and then also from a look standpoint, if you take a look at the plastic, the quad is really, as I said, a survivor. These are the original graphics, very 90s-esque. I guess the whole color scheme of the quad is very 90s-esque. The frame, the handlebars, the seat cover, the frame, the handlebars, everything like that is all original Kawasaki paint. Nothing's been repowder coated. A lot of people like to do that on the 90s quads. Here, up here, you can see we'll start from the control stack. I believe these are the original grips from the 90s. Now, not very worn down, showing that the quad didn't really get a lot of use. We have our original throttle. A lot of people convert these to twist throttles. This still has the original throttle setup on it. It doesn't look like it's ever been moved or changed. The front brakes are in great functional order. They have great pressure. Fluid level, they were just bled. The brake pads up front have around 70% life left on them. We're gonna keep going towards this way. We have our electronics control stack along with the choke. Very easy to use choke. There's no choke limiter or anything like that on the carb. We have our engine start stop, as well as our headlight options, I guess, and the headlight is in great functional order. Now, this quad does not have electric start from the factory, so all electronic functions, and there's no battery. There's nothing like that. Everything is ran off the motor, so your reverse light, your headlight, tail light, etc. Now, it's quite primitive from an electronic standpoint. There's not much to power, but I guess to see the headlight turn on, we can fire the quad up. I'm going to start with turning the fuel on. The petcock was removed, cleaned out. The gas tank's plastic, so you don't have to worry about any rust or corrosion inside there. I believe the fuel line was replaced as well. We're gonna flip our original Kawasaki key on, and as you can see, this is a very interesting key design. These people very commonly lose these and just remove the ignition altogether. And again, as this quad is a survivor, the original ignition is in there. Now, it's a very quirky motor as well. You have a forward kick design on a 250, so compression is not particularly helping you here, but this motor has great compression. We're gonna give it a few prime kicks, get it to top dead center, make sure our engine kill switch is on, key forward, and it'll sit here and idle.
We mentioned we had only run it to pull it out in the parking lot. We see the heat shield for the exhaust. I can just rest my hand on that. It's not truly cold, but it's pretty much cold. It was just run for like a couple of minutes.
Now, from a rider standpoint, the whole quad is very, very versatile. It's a crossbreed of half utility quad, half sport quad. You have a utility-focused motor with plenty of torque, as well as a decent amount of top-end power. And then from a suspension standpoint, this quad has great, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure KYB made the suspension for this quad from the factory. The progression, everything is great. And for a 97, and not just for a 97, for any quad, all the bushings, everything is super nice and tight. There's no play anywhere. The rear carrier bearing, as well as the shock linkage, is nice and tight. As you can see, the shock returns not like a pogo stick. It's not blown out or anything like that. Motor runs super nice, super rhythmic. No knocks, ticks, nothing like that. Drops right down to idle.
And there's no smoke too.
No,
You can see
nothing
it's a
like
very
that.
clean exhaust, so you know the valve seats and the rings are all in very nice shape. You want to take a couple laps, Grisha, and just show them it go through the gears?
So shift pattern, actually, the original shift pattern sticker from the factory is still on the tank shroud. We have our shift pattern as well as the under 16 warning label.
I think we're over 16, Grisha.
Yeah,
I think we're okay to ride this.
I can't remember this morning, but we'll see. I just put it in neutral with the clutch in. As you can see, the clutch adjustment is nice. Quad didn't buck forward, didn't try to stall out or anything. I'm gonna flip our headlight onto low, right there. Here's high. Obviously we're in broad daylight, you can't see much of a difference. Motor is super healthy, plenty of torque. Great throttle response. We're gonna put it all the way down into first, flip our reverse knob right here, it's spring loaded, just a cable driven reverse, and then we'll see our reverse light pop on. There we go. Let go of our reverse knob, we are in reverse. Now all I gotta do is give it a little throttle. Right there. That's first, that's neutral. Now I'm gonna point out a few things. Again, as the deal with any quad, especially from the 90s, people rode the wheels off of them. And this quad really, it avoided all that. The quad came in his and hers pair. Unfortunately, the other quad, one was stored inside, one was not stored inside. This is the one that lived in the garage. The other one did not. And the other one was honestly in surprisingly good condition as well. But this is an amazing example. It still has all the paper labels from the factory, from Kawasaki Manufacturing Corp. Right there. As you can see, the real name for this, or the model name, is KSF250A.
And it has these little storage kits in the back too.
Oh yeah, the toolkit, as well as these rubber straps. These are the original rubber straps, not replacements on eBay or anything like that. And they still have all their, they're not dried up, they're not cracked up.
Yeah, they still have the elasticity.
Elasticity. Right here we have a very interestingly designed toolkit. We have one side up here. You can put whatever you'd like in there. This is just a little storage cubby. And then on the other, and they're all held on with these anti-vibration rubber ends, so it doesn't bounce around in there.
Yeah, that's some pretty cool engineering. It looks waterproof. I'm guessing that would float as well.
Oh, totally. And then on this side, it actually says tire pressure gauge as well as a tool storage compartment. This quad does have the original tool set in it. Pop the little button open, we'll take a peek in there. Nothing special, definitely not an AMG or anything, but all your specialty tools to work on the quad are included in the tool set.
And you probably need only about 4 tools to take the whole thing apart.
I've personally owned 6 quads built on this, I guess on the Mojave 250 platform, and they just live forever. And I've put mine through some very rigorous off-roading, and the thing takes it like an absolute champ. Now, this is a great quad, not only for just a collection, but also just for a rider, because honestly, new quads can't really compare to this. This is very simple, a very proven to be reliable platform. I'm gonna put my little Kawasaki straps on right here. We can also point out while I'm here, I'm gonna point out this original seat cover. These love to rip right here where they're strung around the seat pan. This is the original one. It hasn't been recovered. The foam, the seat foam is in amazing shape. Now, unlike a lot of sport quads at this time, the seat is actually non-removable. The air box is located on this side of the quad for easy maintenance. It's just 3 bolts right there, right there, right there. Pop it off. You have your foam filter.
Tires are in really nice shape too.
Yeah, the quad has Mass Effects tires all around. They're a great, I guess, very broad terrain tire. They're good for a gravel surface, but they're also good for soft surfaces like mud.
They look almost new in my opinion, but on our online listing we'll have the exact tread depths for you to take a look. The chain looks all very nice, it's well adjusted, it's not rusty.
Yeah, and then we also installed a very common issue on these quads is the parking brake. A lot of riders just get rid of the parking brake entirely because they bump it with their hand, the parking brake engages, it's a pain. And if you're going fast and you come to a quick stop, your body's gonna keep flying. So a lot of people opt to do the parking brake delete. Now this quad, the cable, we have all the original components that will be included in the sale. The cable was just a little sticky and it was just easier, much more beneficial to do a parking brake block off. Now, I believe this is Baja Designs. They make a specialty parking brake block off plate that goes onto the rear caliper. It threads in, it eliminates clutter, just a very simple kit to put on that does wonders. Here we can see the rear coil, the rear shock, the OEM muffler, our rear carrier bearing. I'm gonna bump the quad up and down. You can hear there's no crackling or you can see the axle stays with the swing arm. It doesn't move independently, which is a sign of the carrier bearing being bad. The swing arm bushings themselves, that's just the rear grab bar moving a tad bit. But the swing arm bushings are in amazing shape. That's a big job to do on these, and these don't even show any signs of needing any work. The front end is super tight. Right there, you can see none of this stuff moves independently of how it should be. We have the little skid plate that comes from factory. These are usually missing or bent up like they hit a pole or something because people, again, as I said, ride the wheels off of these quads. But this quad definitely retained a lot of things many quads of its age didn't. Whether it's a Kawasaki or not, a lot of them were driven beyond repair. One really special thing about this quad is the condition of the plastics. I'm just gonna go through a quick run around the bike. We have the front cowl. These are usually faded. They fade down to a purplish color. It doesn't look too nice. This original blue color. We have the front plastics, which are in great shape. These corners are cracked all the time on these, but this is, again, great shape. Both front fenders. The tank shroud, this still has all the stickers on it. We covered that. This rubber seal around the petcock is great shape, not dried out. The rear fenders, these are on a lot of quads, like gone beyond repair. A lot of times this whole piece is just absent. These have retained some good bit of life in them. This rear crack is the only downfall to them. Now this could be plastic welded pretty easily, but we just decided to leave them original. We didn't want to mess with anything like that. They're in great shape. This side is completely crack-free, blemish-free. It's just overall a very clean quad. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. This is a great offer. You can't really find a lot of these on the market, let alone one in this desirable colorway. Very 90s-esque red frame, white plastics, blue, purple accents, very 90s. This quad is going to be for sale on our website, both and also in store. You can come by, look at it, or call us on our website, or call us to our phone, 978-263-9000. But yeah, thanks for joining me in this look around this 1997 Mojave 250.